Hey you all, just wanted to make a video. First off, to let you know that I am still here. I am still breathing. I know it's been a while. Definitely just wanted to catch you up on some things. I've definitely seen the comments. I know it's been a while again since I made a video. I apologize. Been a lot going on. It's been real hectic over this way, but nevertheless, finally got a couple minutes to let you guys know what's going on. As some of you all may probably have figured, I am no longer at Frito-Lay. Left just for some reasons that was just personal reasons to myself. But I will explain to you what those were, just to let you know how my experience went. But before I do that, I do want to let you know, just because this is what I went through and what my experience was, please don't let that hinder you and your success at the company, because you may get there and your experience be completely different. Everybody's experiences are not the same. So even when I took the job and I seen there was the reviews and you got your people saying don't do it, I'm a person that I always like to get my own view of things, get my own perspective, because everything's different for different people. But just to let you know, I'm no longer there, for a couple reasons. One of the reasons for me was the communication was horrible. I am a person that I have to have some type of communication, some type of structure. I have really bad anxiety. So even if it's a little bit, like, I need some type of structure, and the structure and communication was not there. Honestly, not at all. Just from me personally, I feel like I would have to be up at 3, start my day at like 3 or 4 in the morning. It was damn near impossible to get a hold of a manager that early. And for me, I don't like that. I feel like if I ran a business, and again, I don't run a business, so I could be thinking about this in a whole different, wrong context, but if I ran a business and I knew I had drivers that start as early as this time, somebody should always be able to be a call away. Just because we're on the road, like, anything can happen. In one situation specifically for me, which was kind of the last straw for me, was I got to my first store. Soon as I rolled the card out, I said, I do not feel good. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna try to duke it out, try to beast it out. I'm normally a person that doesn't call in unless like it's dire. So I'm just like, you know what? It'll go away. I'll drink some water, it'll go away. It didn't go away. So a couple minutes after feeling that way, I got sick. I tried to make it to a garbage can that I seen at a used can. Let's just say, definitely didn't go how I planned. Definitely missed the trash can a little bit. Things happen, So, one of the dudes at the store was just like, oh, you okay? And I'm just like, kinda, yeah, maybe, sorta. Long story short, in the midst of doing all that, at that point, I had got sick on myself a little bit, got it everywhere in the store. I kid you not. I went to the bathroom, tried to call a manager for like an hour. Multiple managers. Nobody ever answered, never got a text. So at that point I said, okay, because clearly I can't do the rest of the day. At that point, when I realized how long it's been, I'm like, okay, definitely time for me to go back and drop this truck off. So I went back to the warehouse, I dropped the truck off, and I left. And I went home for like 30 minutes until the urgent care opened, went to the urgent care. It's funny, as soon as I got to the urgent care, that's when I got a call back. But at that point, it had been like hour and a half, hour 45 minutes. I explained everything, and I just didn't appreciate how it was handled, honestly, because even once I explained it to them, it was, well, make sure you have a letter, and I mean, are you okay? I mean, what could it have been? I don't know what it could have been. So I'm at the urgent care. And I don't have a problem getting a letter. I know most jobs, you know, sometimes they want to see a letter to make sure you're not playing games. I get it. And I was new, so I get it. But the tone of it was very much accusing me of leaving without finishing the job, which I feel like, you know, was just, I didn't like it, honestly. And I told him, you know, if you feel that it was, that I'm lying, you can definitely call the store. You can definitely talk to the clerk that cleaned it up. No, I'm not saying that. Yeah, okay. Because I caught your tone. But, you know, okay, whatever. That was the last straw with me, for me. Because I feel like you should be able, it shouldn't have took that long for you to call me back. Couple things previous to that is, training. I'm a person, I know everybody's beliefs are different. Everybody comes with different backgrounds. I definitely get that. I have people around me that I talk to that we don't agree on certain things, but guess what? We agree to disagree and we keep on moving. Training, I rode with a guy that was just very, very strong in his beliefs. What I'm going to say, just to keep it, was towards slavery. As you can see, I am a brown. So, you know, those type of conversations, you know, they're not work related. So I kept quiet in the truck just because at the end of the day, my life is in your hands at that point, because I ain't driving, you're driving. So I just kind of nodded it off and like, okay, not even going to tell you what his view of it was, but it was just very like, oh, okay, so you okay, got it. So I was just like, okay, so that kind of rubbed me a little bit of the wrong way, and that was like as I was training. So then another incident I had was when I got out on my own, completely out on my own, first day doing a whole route by myself. I was a co-lead, which means that I was in between two routes. I bounced back and forth. One route I did my very first day. It was an accident on my fault, on my part. I completely admitted to it. I didn't know there were two different spots that they had chips at in the back of the store. I thought it was just the one main part where it was all carts and chips, and I didn't see the pallet that was on the complete opposite side, which I admitted to. But an employee did write me very aggressively, and, you know, I'm a very calm person, so I'm not. So at first I'm like, okay, I get it. I did mess up. That's my fault. It's my first day. Thank you for at least letting me know that that's an option. So now I know what to look for. We're going to stores. I definitely hold myself responsible when I mess up. But like, she just wouldn't stop and kept going. Well, I mean, that's your job and all this and that. So professionally, I told her, what I'm not going to do is argue with you. I admitted that it was a mistake that I made. Going further, any communications that you need to have with me needs to go through the manager. Because at this point, you're coming at me aggressively and I don't appreciate it. So that was a little bit of an issue that I really didn't like. I mean, give me a break, it's my first day. But even after I acknowledged it, I wasn't trying to argue with you. I acknowledged that I messed up. Kept it moving. The second route that I was running, being that co-lead, I hate to be mean, but the guy sucked. He didn't do anything. The first day I went into a store, a whole row of chips in multiple spots was all expired. Like, it was just really sucked at maintenance when it came to his stores, which fell on me. And you know, the first day I did his route, I had store manager saying, oh, I know he's hated his job and he was talking about not coming in, but I didn't really think he was gonna call in. So kind of was finding out naturally just with the people in the store talking to me about him having his little small talk with them, is that he would order the big order so when I came in, so he wouldn't have to do it, which I work hard, so that didn't bother me. What does bother me is when you lie on me. So I would go to his last store on his route. Shipping and receiving girl, super nice, super cool. Manager comes back there upset, saying that the store is completely empty. They haven't received the order in this amount of time frame. And I'm, oh no, that's not good. Let's try to figure it out. What's going on? He's mad because apparently the guy whose route it really is was saying it was my fault that stuff wasn't getting ordered. The issue with that is that I was able to debunk that lie, because how the ordering works is it's two-day ordering. So if I order on Monday, that means that it will be delivered on Wednesday, even though they don't take out deliveries on Wednesday. Just to kind of give you an example, it's a two-day ordeal. He told them that the reason why they didn't get an order that day is because I didn't put an order in. Which I just kind of laughed it off at first, but I'm just like, it's funny he says that, because as you all probably know, the ordering is done 2 days prior to delivery date. If the order was supposed to be placed on this day, what day do you all see? Who comes in on those days? He does. So he was supposed to put the order in for it to be delivered on that day. I can't put an order in if I'm not at work. So the manager was able to kind of put two and two together and say, oh, gotcha, okay, sorry. He apologized. I shook it off. I understand, I get it. But once that happened a second time where an order wasn't put in and he again tried to put it on me, I said, okay, I'm not doing this. I'm not. There's no way it could have been me. I think the manager kind of caught on to that. But once I got sick in the store and I couldn't get a hold of a manager, and I found out that he's basically trying to put it as if I was a liar that I got sick, I said, you know what, this is just not the company for me. I'm very professional. I do my job. I work hard. Again, I don't call in unless it's like dire. So I didn't appreciate it. So I did decide to leave. That's it, that's all. What I will say is, if you do decide to leave them, make sure that you talk to them about pay. Because what I didn't realize is that when you leave them, I guess they give you just like the hourly pay, which my checks turned out to be like $200 and some, which was very unexpected. Especially since they were like around the $700-800 range as I was working. I never quite understood the pay, but that was a misunderstanding on my part, but I definitely learned my lesson. Again, if you're in the process of working for them, please don't hear this and think that I'm telling you don't go work for them. Everybody's experience is different. Every location is different. I'm just telling you about my experience, why I'm no longer there. So that's it. That's all. I appreciate you at least looking at my videos. If you're new and you kind of want to know what the first days was like, I think those videos will still be good for you. I appreciate everything, you all. There you go.